Well, welcome back to Camus Classics. Today's the day, the real reason we come down here, down south. Dad's with us here.
Hello, good morning. Looks like it's going to be a little cloudy today. Not really warm, but not bad.
So what we're doing is we're going to do a little reconnaissance mission and see what our competition is for this year's upcoming car show season. We're going to go down to Mesquite Motor Mania down in Mesquite, Nevada. It draws cars. There's probably going to be about 1,000 cars. It draws them from Nevada, California, Idaho, Utah, Wyoming. Those are the states I've seen. Of course, Nevada, Arizona. There might be Colorado. But it draws a lot of cars in. It's probably the first show of the year in the area. It's always over Martin Luther King weekend. We've gone to it several times as attendees. We've never participated in it yet. Part of that reason is it's almost a full-time job on this one. The show is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday and Saturday is 8 to 6. Sunday, I believe, is 8 to 3. They have certain awards that are specific that you have to attend all 3 days in order to win those. They also have awards on the daily that they hand out, and then they also have cash raffles for I don't believe it costs anything to enter. It's just for the participants that they're able to, draw their car number. They do, I believe, 20 awards on Thursday. They do kind of a pre-show. You can go set up your spot, get your spot. They have security, so you can leave your car there if you'd like. But they have cash awards. I think they're all $50, but they give varying amounts depending on the day. But we're gonna go ahead and we'll cruise down there. The main show, they have it at all of the casinos down there. The main show is at the old Oasis. It's been tore down. Typically we start at the Casablanca, which is right across the road. That's kind of the first overflow lot. So once the Oasis fills up, they start filling up the Casablanca. Then they move to the other end of the town, to Virgin River and Eureka. Those two only have smaller lots that don't have, typically there's not a lot of cars there. They do have a few events. We're going to try and catch the 10 o'clock event, which is the engine rev. So they have a burnout box. They sometimes do burnouts. I don't think they have that today, but they do have the engine rev contest, which I believe will take out in the burnout box. We're hoping to catch that. It is at 10 o'clock, and hopefully we're there in time to catch that. Okay, so we made it down here to Mesquite. We're gonna go over and walk through the cars here at the Casablanca before we go across the road to the Oasis. This car show, I forgot to mention, does have a parts corral or a swap meet, whatever you want to call it. Hopefully we can find some parts for the Oldsmobile or something we just can't live without. We are also looking for a color for the Oldsmobile. We're looking probably at a red. We're kind of thinking maybe the red that the trunk rails were painted in. Of course, that was just spray paint, so we'll have to just get some color match paint to that. But let us know if you have a red like that. Down in the comments, just comment to us the name of the color, the manufacturer of it. We're looking. Hopefully we can find something we like. We'll have a black vinyl top and a black interior, so we are looking at the reds. We don't want to go maroon, but bright reds, whatever you have, let us know in the comments.
Good. I've got one just like this one.
Here's a good reminder. This car, as we said in our car show video, look, don't touch.
I got it up there on the computer now and I'm about ready to push the button. I said, I better go check.
I went to car shows too to figure out how pieces of parts.
So, good reminder from this owner.
This guy right here, I need to order.
Okay, so with the show, like I said, it's over 1,000 cars. I don't want to bore you, just have a video walking through showing each and every car. So we're just going to kind of show you the ones that kind of stand out to us. For example, this little Jeep. Just kind of a pretty well, it's a pretty well done little miniature version right here by this big hauler. So yeah, we're just going to show you what we kind of like, and if we have anything special we want to show you. Anyways, we're going to show you this one. It's a 1957 Ford F100. Believe it's the Coyote engine. I'm not positive. I know it's the Ford 5.0. Really well done. This is a really nice truck.
That's funny, all those commercials. It's funny, we all know what that is, though. It was full of cars last year.
So this one, I love the bed. It's a maple. Almost all of the wood beds you see are oak or pine. I love when the owners do something different and go with a different wood. It just makes it so it doesn't stick out. So this is a Gen 3 5.0 with a 10-speed. We do really like this red, so again, comment if you have a red that's similar to this color. So this one, it's a modern Challenger, but I just want to show you, I'm not sure if it's a wrap or if it's water dip paint. If you haven't ever seen that, Google it. It's pretty neat. But basically, the water dip paint, they print it out. It's a water soluble paper, I believe. They set it in water, and then you just dip the part through it, and it sticks to it. So this one's a Hot Wheels theme. This is what they have in the trunk. Neat little Hot Wheels track. Again, this one would be what you'd consider modern muscle. But they grabbed a theme and they took off with it.
Take a picture of the inside of it too. It's pretty cool.
Again, not sure if that's the water dip paint or a wrap of some sort, but pretty neat. So these guys always make an appearance at the show. It's a row of dragsters. Of course, that one's still covered. Some of these are the old ones. And then you get down into some of these new ones.
Hey, I gave you some pictures. I put the back on the back.
So as I said, they typically have burnouts. Looks like they must have been last night. You can see the burnt rubber in there. Again, around 10 o'clock, they have they call it a engine rev contest. We'll see if we can't catch that. Here we have a Willys coupe. I always kind of like these cars. They're different. But here's his little child. And we have a little Nomad. Okay, so these are not one of my favorite cars, but I do know a guy that does really enjoy them. It's a 1963 Corvair. The favorite car of Matt's Off-Road Recovery. There's a good chance if these guys were looking for parts, Matt provided those. When I first met him, he was doing a lot with Corvairs. He has a lot of Corvairs still, I believe, that he takes parts from.
Yes.
So here's a little bit different one. Like I said, I love to come to this show. You see a lot of different things. It's a 1968 Plymouth Petty clone with a 426 Hemi.
This is Slant City. And,
Are you done?
Yeah. Yeah.
65.
They built it for me.
Or 65.
Get the hood scoop on. We had to.
Dual quads.
Should have pre-fitted the scoop.
Yeah, I wanted to show you this one because it is a 1955 Chevy 3100 pickup, and that's the same as what mine is, but I want you to see it is majorly different. So mine is what is considered the second series, and this is the first series. So this one is reminiscent of the first series. You know, they went up to 55. I think they started in 48. More of the rounded body style, more popular years. They were basically the same up till 53, and then 54 and 55 each were a little bit different. But this is wildly different 55 from my 55. So this is a stock image of a 1955 Chevy that's more the style of mine. Of course, mine's all in pieces right now, so I just had to steal an image off the internet. This one is really well done. I want to really show you the engine of this. It's a Schubach 904. Really well done car. So again, we kind of like the unique. This is a 1945 Willys Overland Jeepster. Just not something you see every day. Very nice car out of Colorado. So again with the oddities, 1955 Studebaker President. You know, some people said they were ahead of their time. I look at them and say I see why they went out of business. This was an art I tried my hand at a little bit, but it's very difficult. Pinstriping. It is pretty difficult. I didn't get very good. I didn't stick with it long enough, but it is very difficult. Hey, so we was walking back through the show and headed over to watch the engine revs, and they now have the cover off this other dragster, so we're going to show you it.
Oh shit, thank you, Jason.
Nice big Hemi in it. So it's going to be a little loud. They have a decibel meter, they're measuring it. We'll probably only stay for a couple because we didn't bring hearing protection. car I always thought I wanted. 32 Ford. Well, here's why I decided I can't have one. This one's not too bad. It looks like they've extended it a little bit. But we had a friend that had a pickup, and I could not even fit in it. It was all Dad could do. We were putting some new gauges and stuff in it for him, and it was all he could do to get his knees high enough to his chest to be able to even just drive it in and out of the shop. Okay, so we're about to head over into the car corral parts area. We're not going to film much there because if we find something we need, we want the best price, and so we don't want to, you know, potentially cost ourselves more money. So we're probably not going to film close up. Most of the people there probably don't want us filming, so we're not going to, but I'll just show you a little ways away. But on our way there, we happen to see Welder Up Garage. We'll show you their stuff. We got their semi. Two of their rat rods. I will say, if you ever get the opportunity to look at the rat rods up close, I'm talking these type of rat rods, not the ones where somebody just paints their car flat black, but these type of rat rods, look at them, look for the details. It's the details that matter on these. They typically have a theme and they stick to it.
Semi left, huh?
So no success out there at Parts Corral. Nothing for us to buy that we needed. Plenty of stuff there. Some say junk, others say rust. So speaking of pinstriping, I'm going to show you some pinstriping. A guy by the name of Jeff Dastrup, he is out of St. George, Utah. He did our Firebird, my dad's Corvette. I'm going to show you some of the work he does. He goes around to car shows and stripes them at the event. So let me show you. He's working here on a Ford truck and trailer. Let me show you. So just blue right now. He'll probably be adding other colors. Let me show you. He does it all freehand. He may use some tape as a stencil, but he does it all freehand.
Figured out a few tricks after all these years. Some of them work, some of them don't. Trying to get back into the swing of things. I've been down for a few months.
Been ill?
Oh, a little bit of that, a little bit of soul searching, and just.
So just a little bit more of his striping work. He did this motorcycle. So when you see him doing it at the shows, typically he's jumping back and forth. He'll have 2 or 3 vehicles he's doing. The reason for that is you have to let it dry between colors. And so he'll do the one color on one vehicle, jump over to the other vehicle, do the one color on that, then jump back and forth until he gets it done. Kind of the standard in pinstriping is 3 colors. You can do more, you can do less, but the standard's about 3 colors. So here we have a Cadillac. I kind of particularly like the big cars. Let me show you some of the neatness of this one. So they have blacked it all out. You got some nice pinstriping here on the fenders. And then I wanted to show you this roof. This one's more in the lowrider style. Just red interior, just a well done car. in that style. Like I said, you kind of see a little bit of everything at the show. This is a 1948 Ford 8N tractor.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah, and I paid $4,000. It's a wonderful.
So as I said, I like to look at the rat rods. It's not really my style, but let me show you this one that we found, and very impressive. The metal work that's gone into it, the time, effort, it's a top one in my opinion.
That's a tight squeeze.
So as I said, with a lot of these rat rods, it's all in the detail. If you look at that, they have hundreds of hours welding all that bike chain on there. Again, take your time and look at those. So again, you kind of get a little bit of everything. So this side, another rat rod truck. It's got a lot of neat little things. They made a chain snake going through the skull. But then on this side, newer Jeep Gladiator. But I want to show you the tailgate of this.
Wait, they have plug?
Well, it's for like the trailer, if they wanted to plug the trailer in.
So a lot of time and effort there and airbrushing on that. So here's a little S10 drag car. A lot of time and money into airbrush. Currently running a little bit of nitrous. Okay, so here we have a 1956 Ford Fairlane Victoria. I like these cars. You see a lot of the 55 to 57 Chevys. You don't see a lot of the Fords. Let us know in the comments if you like the Fords over the Chevys or the Chevys over the Fords.
That would have started.
Glorious car from childhood past with the wood grain.
Wait, that looks like the horse.
The old Ford Pinto Fireball, known for catching on fire. So this is a 1930 Ford Model A Coupe. The reason I'm showing it to you is the color of it. This is the color I believe we're going to be doing on the 55 Chevy pickup. I believe the color is called Candy Apple Green. It's not a candy paint, that's just the name of the color. But I believe that is the color we're going to be doing. So I don't know. This one may win the biggest engine.
That's why I love coming cars. Inspiring as hell, man.
I bet you there's like so many parts laying around the shop.
Yeah, I'm 5 foot tall. It's in a rat rod.
Come up with shit in your sleep. Do it.
Very big.
I like how
I'll bet it moves.
too.
Hey, so we walked through, These two areas of the car show. There's two more, the Virgin River and Eureka. We'll see if we even get out there. Usually they only have 3 or 4 cars. If there's nothing that we really want to take a look at real close, we'll probably just get ready to cruise back north. We are going to go grab some lunch though. What are your thoughts on the show?
I think there was a lot of cars. It's hard to really say which ones you really like the best because there's so many fabulous cars in this car show, and I don't know. There's a lot of money sitting at these car shows, and there's quite a few cars for sale, but they want plenty of money for them. So I enjoyed the car show. I hope you'll enjoy it the same as I did. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, like you said, there's a lot of cars at the car show for sale. I'm going to recommend to you, do not buy a car from the car show unless it's a really great buy. Typically they're way overpriced. Also, I'll give you one word of advice. Do not buy a car soon after the big auctions happen, Mecum auctions or Barrett-Jackson auctions. The prices almost double or triple because you have, you know, a car that sells for $100,000 on one of those auctions. You got to realize they have probably $120,000 into them when they're selling them for that price. So somebody sees that, hey, they've got a 69 Camaro sells for $80,000. I got a 69 Camaro, it ought to be worth $50,000, and you know, completely rust bucket. So words of advice, don't buy them immediately after. Good times to buy, middle of the summer and end of the summer. So yeah, we enjoyed this car show. I like to come to it every year when we can. Like I said, we're gonna go grab some lunch and we'll go up to the other two, Eureka and Virgin River, and see what they have. So kind of our tradition, we come to Jack in the Box. We don't have those where we live, so we come and eat here when we come down to this car show. It's a little bit busy, but we'll go in and get some food, and then we can continue on. Okay, so we got our food here at Jack in the Box. What'd you get?
I got 2 tacos and a value drink.
We're gonna try out the chicken strips. Never had them before. We'll give them a shot. We did sit here by the window, so you can kind of see. They do have, they call them open exhaust slow drags. So the participants that have can open up their exhaust are allowed to drive through town, and they it starts at noon, goes to I think 3 o'clock. But they go to the Eureka and congregate there for a little while, and then go over to the Virgin River there for a minute, just so they kind of go throughout the areas. We're going to hopefully see that. We'll see if we can get it on film for you.
Sit down and drive it. Yeah, it was good, man. Everybody there. I took this to the pit, she had fucking got me some drink my bar
So as you can see, they just kind of drive through and like I said, they go from casino to casino. They'll be strung out for probably 20-30 minutes at least, kind of like herding cats. But yeah, that's basically what it is, just cruising through town with the open exhaust. Okay, so we got some food. We made it up here to the Eureka. There's only about 2 vehicles here that wasn't at the other show. All the ones that just come through with the open header slow drags, they're here, but we already seen those from the other end of the show. At the Virgin River, there's only a couple. These 2 lots really only get, usually this one has maybe 10, 15 at the most. The other Virgin River maybe has 7 or 8 when they really have a lot. It's kind of, they don't get participation as much as the big lots on the other end of the town. So we're just going to cruise on north and go home. Thanks for watching.